You know what time it is. It's time for another video about this amazing book. And we're actually talking about self-sabotage today. So literally this book is all about self-sabotage. It's perfect. Get your notebook, get your notepad, get your pen, your pencils, because today we are going to be changing our life, okay? No more excuses, no more limiting beliefs. We are getting on track right now, today, in this video. Let's go. Here's a quote to get us started. The habits and behaviors you can't stop engaging in, no matter how destructive or limiting they may be, are intelligently designed by your subconscious to meet an unfulfilled need, displaced emotion, or neglected desire. I told y'all it's gonna be a good one today. The first thing that may come to your mind is procrastination, unhealthy habits. You may think about a time that you were super worried about something that was gonna happen and you just got so stuck in that mindset. You missed out on special moments in life, maybe undecisiveness, perfectionism, fear of change, just to name a few. In simple terms, what self-sabotage really means is when we intentionally or unintentionally take actions that prevent us from achieving our goals and our dreams. In the book, it describes self-sabotage as when you have two conflicting desires. One is conscious and one is unconscious. You know how you want to move your life forward and yet you're still feeling stuck, which I can relate to so much. That was me last year. I knew I wanted so much more out of life. I knew I did not want to be working in my corporate job. I knew I had to be going to the gym. I knew I wanted to be fit. I knew I had to have more energy and be productive, and I knew I was meant for more. But at the same time, I just kind of found myself going through autopilot. Like I was just waking up 30 minutes before I had to go to my job. I was rushing to work. I was working there 8 hours and plus because I was in management, and I would come home, eat, sleep, and then repeat that all again the same day. So there was no me time. Prioritizing my well-being and my health, my goals and my aspirations. Right from the book, it says, self-sabotage is not a way we hurt ourselves, it's a way we try to protect ourselves. Like, this book was such an eye-opener for me because it made me realize humans literally can do whatever we want to do. People are very self-serving. No matter what your intention is, like, the other person is gonna end up doing whatever they want to do. Think about when you were younger. Like, your mom would tell you, you can't go to this party, or you have to do your homework, or you have to do the chores, whatever it is. You sometimes still didn't do it. Like, you were like, all right, cool mom, cool dad, like, I'm still gonna go on my phone, watch Netflix, I'm still gonna meet up with my friends. When you start to think about it, you realize that ultimately everything that you have in your life is there for a reason. It's there because you want it to be there, but maybe you just don't know why you want it to be there. So let's talk about why we engage in self-sabotage behaviors to understand that a little bit better. Y'all, it all comes down to your beliefs. That's it. You may be thinking,
Catherine, that's literally all I have to do is just change my beliefs and I'll be straight. Like, I'll be the most wealthiest, successful person on this planet.
but there's a catch. Those beliefs are hard drived into your subconscious mind. So it's gonna take a lot of repetition and a lot of self-reflection for you to be able to start replacing those limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs. So let's say you have been feeling unmotivated on starting that business that you have been wanting to start, right? And you want to do it because you want to be wealthier, you want to be successful, you want to have freedom. Your subconscious belief may be that you believe that the rich are greedy, that they are people that are unliked. You may see them as self-centered, high ego, and a lot of these beliefs actually come from our childhood, believe it or not. So thank you, parents and society. Or maybe it's that your ultimate desire was to pursue something that you really were passionate about, like art or filming or making music, playing video games. But it seemed very unlikely that it was gonna happen to you, so you just fell back and went the secure route. So now you're unmotivated. Great job. Or a very common one also, let's say that you keep finding yourself choosing the wrong people for a relationship. You see the same behaviors, the same patterns in every relationship that you're in. Whether it be the rejection, the abuse, or that they're not able to commit. You may not notice it, but subconsciously, you're just recreating the same thing that you saw when you were younger. Unfortunately, when it comes down to self-sabotaging behaviors, it can actually be easy to get attached to problems when all you know is that. Let's think about it. Procrastinating puts you back in your comfort zone. You're not taking any risks, putting yourself out there. You're not exposing yourself to be judged. Being in a relationship, you know, finding love, you have to be vulnerable. So you have to be open to maybe getting hurt. One of my favorite quotes right here. Overcoming it is not only a matter of learning to understand yourself better, but realizing that your problems are not problems. They are symptoms. Some ways that you know that you are self-sabotaging is if you are trying to care about everything at the same time, if you don't realize how far you have actually come, if you value your doubt more than your potential. You're spending most of your time worrying instead of imagining, planning, and strategizing what you want to have in your life. It's worrying about irrational fears and unlikely circumstances. You may come across this, like you may come across a very unlikely thought that may bring out emotions of fear, of dread, that it starts to control a certain part of your life. And in the book, it actually describes these irrational fears as a safe space for us. I know, I was like, my mind was like so confuso, but it actually started to make sense because it becomes a way for us to express what our actual fears are onto something that we know that's not gonna happen. We're very smart human beings, y'all. For example, let's say that you are anxious about being fired or quitting your job. It may be the idea that you are not worthy of your job, or you just don't want to be embarrassed by someone higher up. Or it can also be that you're anxious about trusting people, and that can come from the fear of betrayal, that you don't want to get hurt. So there's always a why behind everything that you feel, okay? You just gotta find it. Now, to resolve this, it's simple. You just got to let it go. You gotta let go of what you cannot control. And you have to start looking at fear as if it's trying to tell you something. Like, is this trying to tell me that I need to start focusing on myself? I need to be living life to the fullest? Is it telling me that I need to put myself in more uncomfortable situations so I can grow into my best self? Now, this one's pretty common. It's unhealthy habits. We all definitely have our unhealthy habits, okay? Because no one is perfect. This is one of the most common ways that we kind of get in our own way and our own success, is by engaging in these habits that are keeping us away from achieving our goals. Like if someone says that they want to get in better shape, but then they don't change anything about their day to make it happen. Here's another quote. One part of our psyche understands that we should be moving forward with our life, and another part is ultimately intimidated by the potential discomfort it may bring. Is that facts or is that facts? So how do we overcome this, you may be asking? You need to define what a healthy lifestyle looks for you. You need to define health on your own terms, because you know what is going to get you out of bed every single morning. It's not going to be the same thing that gets other people out of bed, okay? You need to figure out what routines, what healthy food, what workouts get you motivated and get you to want to actually change your life and start to prioritize your well-being. Because that's the only way that you're gonna show up for you, is if you actually enjoy what it is that you're doing. Because if you make drastic changes overnight, like if you're just like, I'm gonna turn vegan, like your brain can't even process that. The secret is you have to recondition yourself to actually want to prefer healthy habits. Last one is being busy, and I can definitely relate to this one, unfortunately. I learned from the book that being busy, it's actually a way that we distract ourselves from what's actually wrong. Your body is so focused on all the tasks that you need to get done in your hectic schedule that it doesn't have time to think about anything else. Your family issues, your relationship issues. Now, to resolve this, I actually started to prioritize my tasks. So now every morning when I wake up, I set 3 to 5 goals that are literally under a magnifying glass, which are the ones that I am focusing on. I need to set boundaries. I need to be able to spend time with my family, with my partner, and also I need some me time. I found that by having a routine and just making it as simple as I can and having time blocked off to work and not do anything else, I was able to fit other important things into my day-to-day. I wasn't just stuck in my office working straight 8 hours and that was my life. Also in the book, it talks about how you need to do a little self-reflection and you need to see what is the reason that you are distracting yourself with being busy. Now that we have identified some reasons behind self-sabotage, let's now talk about how we can overcome it and change our life. Because that is the most important thing, is how we're actually going to implement it and move forward. The first thing that you have to do is you have to become aware of your self-sabotaging behaviors. Pay attention to the patterns, the triggers, and the situations where you find yourself, where you start to self-sabotage. Because awareness is the foundation for change. Because if you don't even know what is going on, then you're not going to be able to know what you need to change and the steps that you need to take to actually improve it. You are then going to challenge your negative thoughts, because our thoughts are powerful influencers. So whatever you think is going to be your reality. You have to challenge your negative self-talk and you need to start replacing it with positive affirmations. You have to keep reminding yourself that you are capable of success and you are deserving of success as well. The truth is that the less that you build your life based on your core needs and your aspirations, desires, then the more you're going to be self-sabotaging those opportunities and the more you're going to feel drained and tired when you should be feeling happy. Then you're going to be setting realistic goals. You're going to break down your big goals into smaller and more achievable steps, because that's what's going to help you boost your confidence, and it's also going to help you not feel so overwhelmed with this life change that you're making. Here's a quote: overcoming self-sabotage is not just a matter of understanding why you're holding yourself back. It is being able to take action in the direction that you want and need to, even if it is initially uncomfortable and triggering. Some people may feel like they cannot change, and that is simply just false. That is just simply some BS. It's all neuroplasticity. We can literally change our connections between our neurons by repeatedly doing something over and over and over again. It's simply just that you are not willing to do it. And a lot of us go based on our feelings.
Like, if we don't feel like doing it, if we don't feel like going to the gym, or we don't feel like working on that project, then we aren't gonna do it.
Y'all, you are setting yourself up for failure. All of our feelings that we have right now are based on the feelings that we have had with those experiences in the past. How are you going to change if you are going based off your past feelings? You need to create new feelings for those new things in order to become a new person and have a better lifestyle. You're going to come to a lot of resistance because your mind is constantly going to be telling you,
I'm tired, I don't want to do this, this isn't fun, let's scroll on social media.
You have to stop those thoughts and you have to tell yourself, I need to do this, because if I want to be successful later on, if I want to be wealthy, if I want to be living the life that I deserve and I desire, then I need to put in the work now. You have to learn to take action before you feel the motivation, because once you actually start to take action and you start to build that momentum, that's when the motivation is gonna come, honey. And lastly, of course, seek support. Get support from your family, from your loved ones. You know, you can seek out support from coaches, or you can watch courses, listen to podcasts, grow your mind, grow your skills, and build those strong relationships. That is a wrap, you guys. I had so much fun doing this video with y'all talking about self-sabotage, because we are going to become our best selves this year. I mean, it's a journey, so every single year we're becoming our best selves, but this year is our prime year, going in headstrong with our goals, with our lifestyle. We are on focus mode. We are on grind mode. I really hope that this video inspired you guys to actually start paying more attention to your behaviors, to your patterns, your triggers, and start identifying what self-sabotaging behaviors you're engaging in. Stop limiting yourself and staying stuck, because you can change. You can become the person that you want. I believe in you. You got this. Stay positive, stay strong, stay blessed, and thanks for watching.
Oh my, what a one.